Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
You know about the CFMEU?
What does it stand for?
I know this because I used to be, years ago when I worked for a living, I used to be in the BLF, the Builders Labourers
It's
Federation.
similar to that, isn't it? Oh,
Well,
here we are.
then-
It's construction, forestry, and
Mining.
maritime.
Oh, it's maritime. I thought it was mining.
Maritime employees.
I used to be in the BWIU, the BLF to BWIU, and I think then that became the
CFMEU.
Yeah. And John Setka, who has been a bit of a controversial figure,
He was the former CFMEU Victorian Secretary.
and he resigned from that position. Something happened there. I'm
Well, I think
not
what happened-
aware of the full
It
details.
says, well, I'm not really either because my eyes glazed over at this on the news. But it's apparently an investigation from the Nine Network forced the union's controversial leader to resign over quote, false accusations, as he says, and malicious attacks. But he was at the helm for 12 years.
Yeah. So he's just popped his head up again with this story on the news last night.
Ex-CFMEU boss John Setka has re-emerged sporting some fresh ink. The tattoo, still red from the needle, reads, "God forgives, the CFMEU doesn't." Many have pointed out the missing comma and apostrophe. It's the first time the former union secretary has been seen publicly following explosive allegations of misconduct.
Do you think they'll make him do it over again 100 times?
Well, after all the pain of getting that around
Yeah.
the collarbone, which would be painful, maybe said that the apostrophe is just going to throw me into a pain
It's
realm
too
I'm
much.
just not interested in.
It's too much. I
Because
can't deal with it.
it says God forgives, the CFMEU doesn't. There's no
You've got the red pen out?
punctuation. So it sounds like God forgives, the CFMEU doesn't he. You know, you need a comma after God forgives. And also with doesn't, DOESN, apostrophe T, people, apostrophe T.
You know, but
Come on,
I just think
people.
the CFMEU, like the Hells Angels as well, because there's been much to do made about their lack of apostrophe. You know, that's something that they can live
Well, with
with.
Hell's Angels, there's only one hell, presumably, so it would be HELL''S.
Maybe you can take that to the chaps.
And I'll
next time
take
we
it to the
see them.
CFMEU as
Excuse
well.
me. Guys, it's just
You know,
one thing.
it was this very time last week that I discovered on this very show that my son has a tattoo
Yes.
that he told you about and hadn't told his
Well,
lovely mother.
He was at my youngest son's birthday, and I was asking him about his European
He
trip.
said, hey, let's all strip off.
And no, I said, how'd you go? Was it great? He goes, oh, don't tell mum or dad, but I got a tattoo. And I went, don't tell me. Why did you tell me that? Because I'm a vault. You could tell me anything. I'm the biggest vault in the world.
Well,
Then I didn't want to, and then
no, you did the right thing in not telling me.
well, I was worried that you would never know. And then I thought the longer it goes on, the more that, you know, does that make it worse that I know for such a time?
Well, the fact you didn't tell me is a good thing because he told you that in privacy.
Mm-hmm.
But as friends, it'd be hard that you knew and I didn't.
Well,
If I
particularly-
knew something about your kids and I didn't.
when
but
you were saying, oh, I'm glad my boys don't have tattoos. I'm glad they don't have tattoos.
what it is, he's got it on his hip, and it's an outline of the bat wings, like Batman.
Yeah.
Because they'd had an event. Hope he doesn't mind me telling you the story behind it. Did he say this on air? I don't know. That he'd gone to a party where they all had to dress as first responders, and everyone was nurses and blah blah blah. He and his friends went as Batman.
Very good, boy.
And so then they went and got matching tats because they thought it was funny.
Not to be a picky pants, but I don't think Batman's really a first responder.
He
It's
kind of
usually
is.
No, it's Chief Gordon. He puts the bat signal up in the sky, so it's Chief
Oh,
Gordon's
well,
the
he
first
should have
responder.
got a tattoo of Commissioner Gordon.
That's what he
Commissioner, please.
Sorry, I've downgraded him.
I know.
But this
Do
is
you have
something-
any tats?
No, I almost did get one. I almost got one many years ago. A friend of mine was getting the Grim Reaper with a bass guitar on his arm, which looked really, really cool.
How many years ago? I wonder
So
how it looks now.
unfortunately, it came out at the same time as the AIDS campaign with the Grim Reaper.
Right.
But I was in there and I had this idea I was going to get a
You just got AIDS written on your arm.
I was going to get a skull with a mohawk with an Australian battle flag behind it. You know, the Australian flag getting ripped up like a anarchy for Australia thing because I was right into the punk scene.
You would now
at
look
Utscott.
like a sovereign person.
I'd probably look a bit like a cooker these days, but I was going to get it, and I was in at the tattoo place, and I showed him because I was going to art school, and the guy said, "That is a great tattoo." Yes, and he said, "But you do have to make an appointment." So I didn't.
You never went back.
I just,
See, when
18.
you
just
did a
couldn't
you
be bothered
did a
going
great
back.
drawing. That's what your pencil case is for.
Yeah.
Keep it on your pencil
But if
case.
I had that
But
now,
if you
I'd
had it
still.
now,
if I,
you would
I
like.
wouldn't have regret.
No,
I'd like it. I'd
you-
look at it and go, yeah.
You would look like a crazy sovereign state cooker, as you say.
I would not. It was like, It was an 18-year-old's mind. I'd probably say, look, I don't really subscribe to anarchy for Australia.
Every time someone would see you with your arm out, you'd have to say, let me explain my tat.
I'm not an anarchist,
Yeah.
but on the skull, on the side of the skull, had a big anarchy symbol.
Yeah, well, that defines you at 18. How do you explain that now you're 158?
Well, maybe I should, under that tattoo, put conditions apply.
Yeah, that's
Read
right.
the terms and conditions.
Yeah.
I've got some down here as well.
Got a condition.